Good morning.
Good morning to you. How are you?
I'm terrific. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Oh. So how was your weekend? What did you do?
My weekend was good. I have to tell you before we get started that when we went into COVID shutdown, I needed an outlet. So 10 years from now, we're going to look at this period as the period of the COVID shawl. So this morning, I'm wearing one of my knitted shawls.
Hi.
I have so far completed 3, and I'm on to my 4th. So
No,
yes.
you knew how to knit before. It's not like
Yes.
it's a whole new skill. Because I was going to say, wow, if it was a
Yeah.
whole new skill.
No. I knew how before, but I never had time for it. But then with COVID, when we started the shutdown, and my wonderful yarn store would put kits together. So they'd say, do this pattern and this yarn, and I'd be, okay, go. So
I've never been able to learn to knit.
my grandmother taught me. It was an old Pennsylvania Dutch knitter.
I have been doing needlepoint, and I've realized that I've made a mess of my pattern, but I don't care. I'm just going to complete the damn thing.
I love it.
We
So
go.
anyway, so
Let's
my
talk
weekend was busy. I had 2 open houses Saturday and a buyer on Saturday. Plus I had 2 open houses yesterday. And we'll talk about that as we talk about foot traffic in a minute. But how was your weekend?
I had open house Saturday and Sunday. I would have had 2 like you, but the condo building where my other listing is not yet ready to open to outsiders. They're working on it, but there's just this feeling of, wait, let's see how things go, and so it's not as rapid.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, I had 4 showings in Oak Park with a darling couple, and hopefully we're going to be putting in an offer this week. We'll see.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So activity. I'm finding that people who are serious about buying are very active.
Right.
And there's another cohort of people who are just still feeling trepidation, still just unable to sort of put their mind to it.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right. I was disappointed with my open house traffic this weekend. Saturday we had good traffic, not great traffic. I was surprised. I thought we'd have more, and I don't know whether people are so used to being able to look at a property online now, they don't feel as compelled to go see it in person, or when I was out on Sunday, there were people everywhere. So it's almost like they've been let out. The lakefront was open. And so for the first weekend, everybody was riding their bikes and running up and down the lakefront. People were taking picnics to the park. So maybe real estate just wasn't on their minds this weekend. But
I think that may be right.
I'm hoping.
And usually I've always found that open houses are really best in the spring, and we've sort of missed the spring.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe next weekend's gonna be tough because of the holiday, but the following weekend.
That'll be a telltale for sure.
Yeah.
The foot traffic we get. I do want to share one thing with you. I found, you know how I am about statistics. I love statistics. And if I can pull it up here. Oh, here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so MRED, which is our MLS, they do something about foot traffic. And foot traffic is a leading indicator of where we're going to be with business. And they started this in January of 14, excuse me, and they labeled that 100, or an index of 100. And I just found this interesting. In May, we were at 131.
What does foot traffic mean?
So thank you for asking that. Foot traffic is the number of appointments going in and out of listings. So in the olden days, when I first got in real estate, where we had pink message slips at the secretary's desk before we had cell phones, we would call other agents and we'd make appointments, and you would show up and the listing agent would be there. Fast forward to today, we have this process called showing time, where the agent will click on the button. I'll get a message that says, Jane Doe wants to show my unit X Sunday at 2 o'clock. And then I confirm it with my seller, and I press the button and I say, you're confirmed. And it's not only a great way to keep track of our showings, but it's a great way to keep track of how the business is flowing. So,
And to be fair, there are a number of brokers who refuse to use showing time. Neither one of us are those kinds of people.
right.
So there is activity that is not reflected in this because of those brokers who won't use it.
That's not the case, actually, because
Really?
this is only for the people who use showing time.
No, but I'm just saying more generally in the market.
Right. Yes, that is true. Not everybody does it. Why? I
Right.
don't understand.
I don't understand. It's the most brilliant functionality.
It is. So, so check this out.
Yeah.
In April of 2020, we were at an 80% index. Do you see my mouse here? Let me bring up.
I
my
do.
mouse.
I see it
Oh, you
absolutely.
do. Okay. So we were at an 80. In May, it shot up to 131 to give you a sense of just how foot traffic picked up. And this shows you how it compares to 2019 and 2018. And to coin a Kyle phrase, to be fair, the reason we're so big in May, of course, is because there was so much pent up demand because we were all staying at home with COVID. But I just find that to be a really interesting statistic for how, and I've got other slides for how the market's moving, but I just wanted to share that.
No, I think that is interesting, and I think it reflects in part what would have happened in March and April, which are normally very busy months. It all got jammed into May.
Right. So hopefully this is going to result in some
And wait, when you go back to that slide, I'm sorry, March showed 101, which to me says we were, and that was before we go into shutdown. So, the first 18 days, 17 days of March, which shows how strong March was going to be. So if you look at your slide for March,
it was at 101.
Yeah, and then we went to 0.
But look at 120, February was 126.
Exactly.
We were chugging.
So March was, we were chugging. And so it'll be very interesting to see what June is at the when we report in July.
Right. It'll be very interesting. Absolutely.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
all right. So that's that. So today I have one coming soon property I wanted to share with you.
Please do.
I'll do that in a second. I'm just going to go over what we're covering to make sure I know what we're covering. Yeah. So we've got the listing. And then we have our property share, right?
Yeah.
Do we have anything else we want to talk about?
We're focusing on the Boys Town neighborhood because this weekend, actually, I Googled it, and Pride weekend moved back a week.
Yes.
Year. It's usually the last weekend of June, and this weekend it would have been the week of Father's Day, the 20th
right.
and 22nd.
It's always around this time. Do you see my picture? I love my picture here. Yeah. When I was walking the dogs last night, Prudential and the old stone container. Did you ever see the movie Adventures in Babysitting?
I did not, but I know it exists.
Classic that you missed. Okay, Elizabeth Shue, to date myself. At the climax of the movie, when she's trying to escape and whatever, she's on the stone container building here, climbing out of this building. It's another Chicago classic movie. I'm a huge fan of it.
Dangerous.
Yes, it would, but it made for a great movie.
Not recommended by us. Anyway, yeah.
Exactly right. Okay, so let me pull up and share with you. So the sellers are painting now. So they are, sellers are painting. So we are not in the unit. I don't have live. Here we go. I don't have inside pictures, but I want to share the outside. Am I up?
God.
Do you see this?
I sure do.
Okay, here we go.
Wait.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. This is 1862 North Lincoln, or excuse me, North Dayton. Double lot, very rare. And so, okay, here we go. that fun?
And the fire pit. Oh,
Yeah.
fireplace. It's not a pit, it's a fire.
I'm not sure why they have Spanish guitar over an Italian villa, but
God bless them.
isn't that sensational though? And I love the juxtaposition of the red leaves with the green evergreens. And those are huge chess pieces down below that they keep their fireplace utensils in. It's just such a fun place. Let's see if we can speed this up. There you go. And you can see the house there. So it's an L-shaped house, 3 stories plus a basement. I think we've got about 9,000 square feet in all.
Skylight, let it light. Are those in an exercise room or something?
What's that?
There's skylights across there are skylights across the roof.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. What did I do now? I need to stop this because I don't think you can hear it.
I can't, it stopped.
Yeah, but okay.
You stopped
There you
sharing.
go. It was still in my headphones. Okay. Anyway, 4.9 million, 9,000 square feet,
Wow.
going to hit the market within the next 3 weeks. So yeah, that's the latest on this end.
And
So now we're,
in the city.
and you know, that's such a great location because you're right by the Halsted shopping area, just a block south of Armitage and the Brown Line and the DePaul. So
Excellent, excellent, excellent.
So that's that. Okay, so Boys Town parade didn't occur. There were some people marching out there for Black Lives Matter, I saw this weekend, but they did not have the parade. So
It would have been last weekend anyway, but we didn't
Yeah.
know that because it's usually this weekend.
right.
But we decided to focus on it, and or on that neighborhood. One of the so what to you is Boys Town? Because I looked this up. Where do you think Boys Town is?
Well, I think of Boys Town as East Lakeview,
It
don't
and
you?
I do, and so I went to the Choose Chicago website, and they define Boys Town as Waveland to the north,
Okay.
Diversey to the south, and Sheffield to the west.
Oh, that's farther west than I would think.
Yeah, they go beyond, but not terribly beyond Halsted. But it picks.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
Yeah, that's fair.
definition just based on my exploring of the
So
neighborhood.
give me those boundaries again.
Waveland to the north,
Yeah.
Diversey to the south.
Oh, Diversey to the south. Okay.
Yeah, I would have not thought it was that far, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Sheffield to the west.
All right. And
And I
obviously
thought of-
Lake to the east.
Yeah, and the yeah, because it's lakefront.
Yeah.
So I found 3 things, but it'll depend on how much time. What do you start? What do you want to see?
Well, you know, I pulled 2 historic homes, so, and I'm not really in Boys Town, so I think you should go.
Okay,
And then
so,
I'll show mine for fun.
okay. So I'm gonna
Can you share?
yeah, I gotta, there we go. I'm pushing you this one to here, and now I gotta find you. There we go. Sharing screen. Share. I almost hit leave. Alrighty, there, that goes away. Okay, so again, here is the area of Boys Town. And I chose sort of 3 properties. And I listen, because you and I focus on a little bit higher end, so I'm not showing the really inexpensive stuff. I started at 400,000 and then decided to just focus on 500 and more.
Okay.
So this property, and I'm going to show, I've got the big pictures. Hold on, let me pull up the pictures. This is on Roscoe, the 560 West Roscoe, a very typical kind of attached property, condo property in the Boys Town neighborhood. It's
Mhm.
walk up, 2 beds, 2 baths, Yeah, 2,200 square feet though, they're asking 500.
Yeah, that's good.
Very good price. On Roscoe, which is such a fun street. So this is just at or just west, I think right almost at Broadway, which
So
has
you'd
so
be east of Broadway at that point, wouldn't you?
yeah, but just really
Yeah.
close to Broadway, which is such a fun street.
Right.
My favorite bookstore,
Look
the
at that big
Unabridged
kitchen.
bookstore, is there. So this is really good space
Right.
for 500,000. And what's really great, the assessments are 356 a month, and the taxes are 800. I mean, excuse me, 8,890 a year. So
Okay.
really affordable at a certain price point.
So let's talk about this just one second, if I can interrupt.
Yeah.
Your taxes at 8890 per year do not include the homeowner's exemption, if I'm looking correctly at your listing sheet. And for those of you who aren't as familiar with, you've got the bouncing picture there, girlfriend. Do you see that?
All right,
Thanks. I just go, woo.
Yeah.
People say, what can I count on for property taxes in Chicago? And it used to be for resale, you could count on 1.5% of purchase price to be a good ballpark. But if you were buying new construction, maybe you'd be in the 2% range. We've had increases in property tax. So I'm seeing more typically 2% of purchase prices being kind of the norm. So when I see this at a purchase price of 500,000 and 8890 without a homeowner's, I'm thinking, you know, that's a pretty fair value for property taxes for this area. Would you agree with me?
I would, and I also would like to understand, because I'm looking at these pictures, it looks like somebody lives there.
Yeah.
WTF? Why have you not applied for homeowners exemption?
I know. Well, and you know what? That's part of our job.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm sure you do like I do. Every time I go on a listing appointment, I make sure my people have gotten the homeowner's exemption. And if they have it, I bring that certificate of error so that they can get their homeowner's exemption. So everybody out there, if you're not sure how to do it, get in touch with us and we will help you get your money.
Yeah, because it can be significant. And I've got buyers who will sometimes see that owners haven't applied for it out of just ignorance, not applied for it. And they won't buy it until the owners, the existing sellers apply, because they don't want to have to go through it. So,
and it's as of January 1. So if your person's closing in August, they've lost out for that year unless the seller applies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's, and so I don't know why. And sometimes that's an error that the agent won't show that it has homeowners insurance. But I agree with you that it's likely that this doesn't show the but look at that nice outdoor space.
That's a great property. Oh, good. The floor plan. And that's my other pet peeve, is why people don't do floor plans on every listing. And especially since COVID, if they don't. Okay.
Yeah, no, and this is 2,200 square feet. So
that's
really
a great
nice
property.
layout. Who doesn't love a nice little den, back porchy kind of thing? I mean, and a sunroom at the front.
Dogs not allowed?
Hmm?
This is so interesting to me. Are dogs not allowed in this building? That's very rare. Or it's an agent mistake. See that? Pets allowed, cats, okay, but not dogs.
It may be that this is, because, you know, there's no elevator. It may be that there's somebody who's afraid of dogs and they've all agreed no dogs.
That's interesting.
We'll see.
It's not typical.
It's not typical. So I'm going to, there was another cute one that I was going to show you just because I just loved this. So this is a condo also, but let me just show you, this is something I love. Elevator.
Oh, wow, right into the unit.
Right into the unit. You wouldn't have thought in this building.
No, I would not.
That would have had an elevator.
Wow.
Has an elevator.
Huh.
And this is, I think this is like 560. So anyway, but here's what I really wanted to show. One of my favorite buildings, 3500 Lakeshore Drive.
Oh, 3500.
This is a penthouse. It's been on the market forever.
Oh, I love that building. I've got two dear friends in that building. I mean, two different dear friends in that building. Love it. Love, love, love it.
Same. And it's beautiful. It's
Look
very
at that
expensive.
unit.
it's a co-op, so you'll be paying your taxes. It's an older building and a co-op with staff, so these tend to be more expensive. Also, the building, I seem to have chaos going on outside. Do you hear the sirens or is it
I
just?
do, yeah.
Okay, sorry, everybody. So there's no parking, so you'll have to find parking elsewhere. But for that, you get, I mean, my gosh, look at this.
That's lovely.
It's a lot of wallpaper, but I love a little I love wallpaper. So, but
Oh,
but
they've done a remarkable job. I love the archways.
look
You
at the
know, I'm a
bar,
sucker for
look over the
vintage.
lake.
That's beautiful.
But we're getting, that's a little bright. We're getting to the thing that sort of holds everything together is great outdoor. Come on, let's get to the.
So this unit has outdoor space?
It has this
Oh
private,
my goodness.
private
Wow.
deck.
I've seen the roof deck on that building for the unit owners.
Yes,
Which is fun. You can see Wrigley Field from their rooftop, but I have not seen this unit, nor have I seen this private space. Is that fun? And that's Belmont Harbor there.
Fun or
wow.
Imagine.
Love that. What's the price on that, Kyle?
Hmm?
What's the price on that?
Just under 3, but it's been on the market for a long time. It's come way down. It started in the high 4s.
And how many square feet? Do you know offhand?
I do, but I have to go.
Yeah, pull it up. That's all right.
No,
Almost 5,200 square feet.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a big unit.
Yeah. So here are the particulars.
Okay.
So, it's now 3,500. Excuse me, 3,500,000. And, but it was, I think it started at 4.9. But look, it's because you're paying co-op, you're paying taxes and,
Right. Does it say in the agent remarks how much of the taxes are?
Yes, it breaks it all out. So the assessment is almost 3,000. Then there's a capital reserve, TV and internet added, mortgage assessment, because co-ops tend to finance projects not just through special assessments, but through getting mortgages on the building. They can do that. So the mortgage assessment, which is $1,200, and then the real estate assessment, which is $1,200. So for real estate tax, for them to be paying $1,200, that's $14,000 a year, isn't that? Am I doing that right? 12 times 12?
Yeah.
So that's not awful for that much space with that outdoor space on Lakeshore Drive.
Oh, that's fun. Now, there is no parking in that building, so you have to
Not
park.
14,000, 12, do the math for me.
12 times 12, 144.
Yeah, so
14.4 is
yeah,
taxes.
14,000. Yeah. Alrighty.
So, I like that one. That was a good one to share.
I thought it was.
So those are your two?
Those are my two. You show me others.
Well, I'm
releasing. Stop share.
Stop share. Where did I put it? Okay. So I picked two properties just outside. One just north of Wrigley, well, at Waveland, kind of, and one farther north because I had a personal relationship with it. This 4019 Greenview, I think, is the sleeper property, single family of the year. It's a 50 by 161 lot in the Blaine School District. Oh, am I sharing?
Not yet.
Oh, well, shame on me.
There we go.
There we go. Let me pull it up again. Okay. So again, here's the map.
Mm-hmm.
The first one we're looking at is up here by Graceland Cemetery, just north of Boys, north and west of Boys Town. And then we're going to look at one in the Alta Vista Terrace. But this 4019 Greenview, 50 by 161 lot.
That's
big. Under 1.8 in the Blaine School District. Yeah, it is. But look at this garden. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. So I showed this to a corporate executive who was moving from Germany. Unfortunately, his company was purchased by a conglomerate, and so he ended up not moving, but he was about to purchase this house.
Wow.
Isn't it lovely? They just, So fun. So anyway, so that's that one. The other one that I have is Alta Vista Terrace,
I love that little street.
isn't it? So this is the unit, 3823 Alta Vista Terrace for $1 million. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and it was so lovingly redone. But for those of you who don't know Alta Vista Terrace, it's just a block long, and it's a bunch of row houses, and it's made to look.
You're freezing.
As you can see, you've got front and rear exposure, not side exposure. Oh, my internet connection's unstable. I may be freezing soon. Let's hope that doesn't
You
happen.
froze a little bit, but we're back.
Okay. Look at the detail on this. Front door and foyer.
And there's parking, which is unusual for this area.
That is exactly right. So we're right by Irving Park Road, zip onto Lakeshore Drive. We are just west of Sheridan / Broadway and 2 blocks north of Wrigley here. Isn't
I'm
this
just going to say, though, one of the tricky things about this area is during regular baseball season for home games, it can be.
What's that?
I know. It can be tricky in and out. There are
Right.
a lot of street closures that make it very hard for a homeowner to come in and out. Oh, but look at how darling that family
Isn't
was.
it? Like they used every square inch of space so beautifully.
Yeah.
All right, so those are my 2 properties.
Well, we are out of time already. We've.
Oh my gosh, time flies. Okay. Wow. Well, we had a little bit of struggle getting on air this morning, but we made it.
So good to see you, and we
Good to
will
see
be back
you.
next Monday after 4th of July. I don't know
That's
how
right.
we'll celebrate that. Maybe Grand Park Music Fest.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do
Good.
that.
Nice to see you.
Nice
Have
to
a great week. It's a great week to buy real estate in Chicago, everybody.
Absolutely. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.